Every single crime that will happen, every single crime that's on the books will undoubtedly have certain people that get arrested for things that they are not guilty of. This is inevitable. There are people in jail right now for murder that did not commit murder. There are people in jail right now for kidnapping who didn't kidnap anybody. There's people in jail for rape that also didn't rape anyone. All of those people are not a justification to get rid of the laws against those crimes. What matters is if the goal is being met. And also, if you didn't want to have these extreme measures taken, you shouldn't have created an extreme circumstance that required the extreme measures. Yeah, until it happens to you, you wouldn't care? Of course. Absolutely, I wouldn't want it to happen to me. This is the same with anything. Let's say, let me give you a good example. Gun violence. If you want to have guns, it increases the probability of you getting shot by a gun. It does. It increases the probability by a tremendous degree by legalizing guns and allowing people to have guns. Does that mean, and like Charlie Kirk, for example, Charlie Kirk wanted guns and somebody killed him with a gun. Do you think that if you could resurrect him, he would say, wait a minute, I changed my mind on the Second Amendment. Maybe we should take away all the guns. Really, do you think he would say that? Of course not. So really, what you're arguing is something that is just totally illogical, and it makes no sense, and you know it doesn't make any sense. And also, it's another reason why whenever a crime happens to a person, you don't have that person and their family on the jury, because you need to make sure that the law is impartial. That's just the way it is. Thank you, Ignorant. If you think those wrongly arrested guys typically don't have due process to defend themselves, typically those who are falsely accused of murder and the likes. Oh, I mean, sure, I'm sure sometimes it happens, and I think people don't have due process with a lot of things. The reality is that the idea of due process is a liberal fantasy. The reality of due process is many people who get arrested get bullied into plea deals, they get sent into prison, and they get lied to by their publicly appointed attorneys, and they don't actually get a fair shake in court. A lot of rich liberals don't know this because they don't know anybody who's ever been to prison. But the illusion of due process only exists for the upper middle class and above. Everybody else does not get due process. You get a publicly appointed attorney, you get a completely rigged system, you get a total oppressive system that assumes that you're wrong with a bunch of other biases that happen, like if it's a man versus a woman, you're probably going to lose. All of these things are just privileged positions. These are privileged positions that can only exist from a place of ignorance. And how many of you guys have ever had to deal with the criminal legal system? I never have. Or know somebody who's had to deal with the criminal legal system. And you know that what I'm saying is true.